Alright, in this demo, I'm going to show you how to create a wide leg pant. Okay, so what you want to do first is trace off your trouser slopers front and back. As I did here. Okay, so now we're just going to, the first thing we're going to do is, or what a wide leg is, notice how these taper in. The wide leg is going to come kind of straight down. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start at the hem. Alright, we're going to start at the hem, and we're going to add, we're going to true it, but we'll add out on each side as well. Okay, I'm drawing a line much longer than I need it. Okay, now that I've done that, I need to decide how far I want to come out. Okay, now how I'm going to determine this is by, I'm going to take my yardstick and I'm just going to bring it, starting at side seam, I'm going to bring it in until my yardstick touches right here at my hip line and side seam. So right about there. And what I want to do is have this be squared down. Okay, so I'm going to square off my hip line right there. That looks pretty good. Okay, now does it have to come out this far? No, I could bring it in more if I wanted, less of a wide leg, but I think I'm just going to try to square it right down for now. See how that looks. And this will add a lot of fullness into your pant leg. Okay, so there at side seam. And now I'm going to do the same thing here at crotch, is I can just square down off of my crotch line. And I'm bringing my ruler right until I connect with that intersection of inseam and crotch. I'm bringing that right in and right about there. And I can just bring that down. Okay, and that blends right in. Now I can also measure here at side seam how much this is. That's 1 3/8, so 1 3/8, so I'll just write it right there. And then here at the front, or the inseam, it's 1 3/4. Okay. Now, I could be consistent if I wanted to, and I could make, so if this is 1 3/8, I could also make this 1 3/8. Alright? You don't have to do it that way. Alright? But what you do have to do is make sure when you do it to your back pant leg, you're consistent about that. So if I did 1 3/4 on my inseam on my front, then I'm going to do 1 3/4 here. And if I did 1 3/8 at my side seam, I'm going to do 1 3/8 at my side seam there. So let's go ahead and do the back pant leg. First thing I'm going to do is true my hemline and draw it longer than I need it. And then here on my inseam, I'm going to measure out 1 3/4 because that's what I did on my front. Mark it. And then on my side seam, I did 1 3/8, so that's what I'll measure out here at that hem. 1 3/8. Right there. Okay, so now I'll just connect from my hip line. I'll connect from my hip line to that mark. And then the same thing here. From intersection of crotch and inseam to this mark. And there we go. Okay. And there we've created your wide leg pant. And that's all there is to it.